Hello, I'm Mayor Michael P. Londeau. Twice a month, the Westland City Council meets at City Hall to conduct the regular business of the city. They go through the agenda and discuss items as needed, and then vote to approve, deny, or postpone each item. The purpose of this program is to shed a little more light on some select items that were brought up at the meeting. So on this edition of After the Gavel, I will be going into detail on a few things from the May 15th City Council meeting. The consent calendar had a number of items on the agenda this time. Normally, these are approved under one motion and they are not discussed individually. That is, unless a council member asks to have the item moved to new business for the purpose of discussion. But these 4 items were approved without much fanfare, and I wanted to explain them a little bit here. The first was the renewal of our financial management software. For years now, we have used a system called BS&A software, and it has served us very well. This software assists in the management of a lot of our administrative function and has been very reliable and is extremely secure. This system plays a role in our accounts payable functions, utility billing, human resources and payroll, many of our online services, even animal licensing, and so much more. This renewal assures continued service for the next 12 months at a very reasonable price point. Next, we had the request to approve some changes to the Community Development Block Grant and Home Programs budget. Each year, Chief Community Officer Joanne Campbell and her team create a budget to use the federal funding the city receives to manage programs for low and moderate income residents. Like any budget, needs change as the fiscal year goes on. With City Council approval of this item, we were able to reprogram some of those dollars within the program to better serve what our residents need. For years now, the City of Westland has partnered with the Wayne Westland Community Schools to take part in an awesome program. The City of Westland Building and Community Development Departments work to provide the Construction Technology Program with property and construction funding to build affordable housing for eligible income homebuyers. In this case, it means the city acquired the property at 1674 South Crown in Westland and will assist in the building of a new home. The students from the William D. Ford Career Tech Center will gain valuable experience in all phases of construction during the building of this home. I am very thankful the City Council approved this funding so that we can once again help young people learn the value of the skilled trades and give them an excellent start to what could be a very successful and rewarding career. That wasn't the only construction project on the consent calendar. There was also the approval of a resolution regarding the Liberator Development Group. That is the city's community housing development organization. This resolution allows for the use of the federal home funds to build affordable housing for income-eligible homebuyers. This approval will provide for the project at 34001 Ensley that should be completed by February of 2024. The last item from the consent calendar that I wanted to mention had to do with a very special grant. The city applies for grants all the time in order to receive funds for programs, events, or to defray some of the cost to residents to run the city. On the agenda was a resolution authorizing us to apply for a grant from the Protecting My Pension Grant Program. This could potentially bring in over $26 million to further fund our MERS pension system. This program is created by the state of Michigan to help communities like Westland and others that were underfunded in their MERS system. Moving on to new business, there was a new appointee to the Downtown Development Authority. I was very pleased to appoint and have the City Council confirm Aaron Brown to the board. Mr. Brown is the franchise owner of the new Tommy's Express Car Wash. He has over 25 years of business experience and a master's degree in business administration. I once served as chair of the DDA for several years, so I know what it takes to get things done there, and I'm sure that Aaron will do an excellent job for our community. Next up, there was a proposed special land use approval for a child care center on Wayne Road, just south of Palmer. The petitioner was looking to convert an old single-family dwelling to be part of an expansion to the existing child care center that is located directly to the north. Previously, the property was used as a music store. In the City of Westland, child care centers are treated as special land uses which require review by the Planning Commission and approval from the City Council. After the application and review process, the City Council agreed with the recommendations of the Administration and Planning Commission and granted approval for the project. Believe it or not, the final item was another child care center. This one is a new facility that will be taking over an old medical office located at 33200 Warren. The petitioner plans to serve children from the ages of 1 to 10 in the 35,000 square foot facility. Again, there were no issues with the recommendation from the administration or planning commission, and the request was approved. It was not a 7-0 vote, however. Councilman Peter Herzberg abstained from the vote due to the fact that the petitioner was a family member. He did speak in favor of the motion though and offered his support. The last thing that I want to add was not actually mentioned at the meeting, so I want to bring it up here. This week, the city of Westland celebrates a birthday. We officially became a city on May 16th, 1966, 57 years ago this week. A lot has changed in all those years, and being a lifelong resident, I'm proud to have been a part of it. Just imagine where we will be in the next 50 plus years. The next Westland City Council meeting will be held on Monday, June 5th at 7 p.m. in the council chambers of Westland City Hall. The public is welcome and encouraged to attend. You can access the complete agenda packet for the meeting by going to our website, cityofwestland.com. Thanks for joining me for this edition of After the Gavel, and I'll see you next time.